Okay, people, this time I got the right open ear earbuds.
Now everybody scream enough respect to the X. Enough respect given.
So there's been a lot of talk about these Bose Ultra Open Earbuds. Finally, I was able to get the Bose Ultra Open Earbuds, and I'm a little excited. First things first, you know how I like to do a quick unboxing, go over what is around the box and in the box, so we have a good idea of what we're actually getting into. So here's the box. It says Bose Ultra Open Earbuds. Not the most intuitive name, but it gets the point and the idea across. You have your image of the earbud, which they look kind of odd. They look kind of odd, but more so than odd, they look unique and interesting. So my excitement is building just on the visual aspect of the box. Now along the side, it just says sound is power. Along the back, I found this very interesting because I don't think I've seen this before. It says made for iPhone/iPad, works with Android. Now I don't know if that means that if you use these on your Android device, you'll be missing some features that the device might have, or is that just the way they advertise earbuds, depending on what it will work with. Now it also says here Snapdragon sound. I don't know exactly what that entails, so I guess we'll see or we'll hear. And that's it. That's the box. Now, the moment we've been waiting for. Let's get into it. And just like that, with the seal off, we can get into the device. Pause for nothing. B. Quite nice. Ooh, that's nice. I do like the way that all opens up. Cue the music. Start here. So I guess this will activate or allow you to download the Bose app. I have that on my devices, but I'll try it anyway. Here we have a picture of how exactly the clips go on. Clips to the inner ear here, while the rounded part goes around the outside. I'm curious about the pressure that might put on your ear. Here we have how to control it. Very quick and easy. I assume each dot is how many times you tap the device. That's different. I thought you would tap the outside, but according to this, you tap the circular portion behind your ear. Here are the buds themselves. First thing I'll say, weighty. Wasn't expecting the weight. And put that down there. I'm sure that there's more inside the box. So that's the holster. We have a cable here, which I do not need. I have more than enough USB-C cables. Then we have a bunch of paperwork, which I'm not going to read. And that is the unboxing experience for this device. Okay, here's the case. It's in the tissue paper. A lot of these things come in. Like I said before, it's much more weighty than I thought it would be. I'm going to take this off. Definitely don't need that. And here it is, the Bose Ultra Open Earbuds. I got the white, but I think this might be cream. I think there's a black one and a cream one. I swear in the image it was white, but I guess I was wrong. Case has button at the back, USB-C at the bottom, one cord to rule them all. Status light to see when it's being charged. The Bose logo. Now it flips open quite nice, and just like that, you feel the quality difference between these and the clip buds. Alright, so let's take a quick look at these clip-on earbuds. Here they are. You can see they are really oddly shaped. It's a very unique shape, and I think that's what kind of drew me to them. Not so much the fact that they clip on, but so much the fact that they clip on with a style that I haven't seen before. And I'm always drawn to unique devices like that. I'm going to put one of these down so we just take a closer look at it. So here we have a speaker. I'm sure that's what's going to pump the sound into your ear down firing. Here I assume this is just a slit to help alleviate pressure perhaps. I don't think that's also a speaker, though that might be down firing for the treble, and perhaps they have one of the other ones, maybe mid-tones coming from the top. I don't know, but I'm not sure what that slit might be. This, like I said, at first I assumed was a touch point, but apparently that's just for aesthetics. Here is the plastic or the rubber. You know how it just kind of unrolls itself. I'm not sure how long or how many bends this thing can take, because it does look like if you apply too much pressure, it might snap right at the connection point here. The middle is fine, almost like gum, but where it connects to the main base, looks like if you pull it or yank it too hard, it would come right off. Now, this cylindrical piece is where the actual touch point is, right here. So you would touch that, and you would play, pause, go forward, back, things like that. Now, at the bottom of this, you have the connectors. That's where it connects to the case to charge the device. And the weight of this is what helps keep it against your ear. As you saw, this goes in and this wraps around, and this here just goes on the back of your ear. It's very smooth. So even though it's going to be applying pressure to your ear, it shouldn't hurt much at all. Though how much pressure it applies is yet to be seen, because that might be where the issue comes in. Now here we see we see the Bose name, and that's pretty much it. Okay, it acts as if we want to pair. Let's pair. Let's check your fit. Show me how. Now it's going through a whole graphic on how to set them up. So they go into your ear and they wrap around the back. And then you can slide them up and down to get a fit that you want. Alright, let's try and put these things on. Now here are the buds. They said put it on your ear right here, and right in the crook here, and roll it to your back. You know what? That's an interesting feeling, how these things go on. Just based on that alone, it's just something to look into, because you put them on in such a unique way. They kind of wrap around your ear. These ones you gotta kind of unfurl them, and then connect them back there. Now I do have access to the button. As you recall, that is the touch point for these controls. That's how you control the buds, and it's actually well placed out. Just putting your finger here, you automatically touch the top. You don't really gotta try to feel around for it. It's large enough that you're not gonna miss it. As far as the look, they aren't as intrusive as the clip buds. They're not as big. They're way more condensed, I guess. They fit a lot of tech into. I think that, yeah. They fit a lot of tech into these small devices, and note how this part almost slipped off. Now, surprisingly, they do feel tight. They won't lie when they say when you shake your head they won't move. They do really grip your ear. So I'm going to start something here on my Duo 2. We're going to play Corridors of Time from Chrono Trigger. This is one of my favorite renditions of the song. And you know what? Okay. I have to pause this. Alright, let's just... So this is my first time hearing these things. You know, I've read about them. I've seen the other tech tubers with their reviews. And I can honestly say I am pretty much overwhelmed, almost to the point of tears. I don't know if it's coming through on this, but my eyes are kind of watering now, and that's unintentional. Simply because these things sound so amazingly good for what they are. Now, you guys know I did a whole video on these little clip buds that I got for $25 on Amazon. I also have two other pairs of open earbuds, the Surface Buds and the Link Buds. Nothing is perfect, but audio-wise, these things blow all the other open earbuds I have out of the water. It's not even a comparison. Now, if you recall, when I spoke on the audio quality of the clip buds, I did mention that they do deliver loud sound, but you have to angle them in such a way that the boom or the mic is more focused into your inner ear canal, and you have to find some way to keep it at that angle. Wear a hat, wear a headband, what have you, and you will get decent sound. Nothing to write home about, but at least it will be loud. The design of these, I guess the way it just hooks to the side here, and it's so low towards the ear canal, is doing the same thing that I wanted the clip buds to do. But it stays in place because of how you wrap it around the ear. It's not moving, it is clipped onto your ear so securely that you can be confident in the fact that they are not going to move from this position unless you physically move them yourself. And Bose has years of audio experience, and somehow they have fit some of their best sounding earbuds that I've heard from them into this felt package that offers surprisingly good sound for open earbuds. I'm generally blown away. Now, I'm not saying I haven't heard other earbuds that sound just as good, if not better, but they weren't this open ear design. So not only can I hear this music so amazingly well, but I can still hear the outside world too without having to turn on ambient noise or anything like that. But man, the audio quality on these in comparison to my other open earbuds is surprisingly good. Yeah, I really try to articulate my thoughts. I take my time to try to find just the right word, and I really can't put what I'm feeling to words. I'm just so surprised at how amazingly good these sound for being open ear earbuds. Wow. Okay, gushing aside, let's see about the controls of these things. So to control these guys, I thought these were touchpads. They are not. They are buttons. So there's no way you are going to mess around with your music accidentally. If you are going to do something, it has to be purposeful, because you have to put a little force into activating the button. So one press stops what you're playing. Press it again, starts it back up. 2 times, next song. And again, those lows come in and you're just shocked by the type of earbuds these are. But I digress. 3 times. And it goes back. In this case, it went back to the beginning of the song. If it was already at the beginning of the song, it would go to the previous song, like most earbuds do. Now, the tap and hold is volume. Press once and hold. On the right ear, volume goes up. Press once and hold. On the left ear, volume goes down. So each ear has its own unique control for what you are listening to. Now, there was one more here. The just hold. I'm not exactly sure what that does. It's an immersion mode. So it's not full immersion, but the fact that it is giving me the illusion that the sound is coming from somewhat around me to begin with, again, in such a small package, really speaks to how well Bose knows how to program their audio. I am impressed. Now, one of the things about these open earbuds is noise bleed. You often hear people speak of the noise bleed of headphones and earbuds, and what that refers to is if someone other than yourself can hear the sound coming from your earbuds. With these, I can say that I have experienced, just in this short time, a decent amount of noise bleed. I'm actually surprised. I'm pretty sure if I turn these up, you guys are going to hear KK cruising. Well, I'm going to take these guys to work and see how they cope with my type of work day. And I'll get back to you. So I just got to work and I threw on the Bose Ultra Open Earbuds. Well, I'm at work and I decided to go into the app to actually tell you guys about the app. And there is a product update available. So let's do this and hope that it can alleviate some of the issues that I'm having with this set of buds. Well, while those are updating, let me tell you about my experience thus far with the Bose Open Buds. Regardless of my initial reaction when I first opened them up and played something with them the night before, the truth is these buds are also lacking in certain areas. Most obvious to me is the mid-range. I'm playing, no equalizer, completely flat. That's how these things sound out of the box. And with so many songs or genres that I've played, I'm just playing my list on Spotify, my songs that are on repeat, so songs that I know, some songs that I have a good idea of what makes them up, the highs or lows, the mids, and playing them through these buds. Most of the songs have certain elements completely missing, or they're not missing, but they're so low you can't hear them unless you strain, if you can even hear them then. And I'm sure if I went into the equalizer and I move things around and I change the settings, all kinds of stuff, I might be able to get a better balance of the sound coming into those things. Now, there were some songs that surprisingly sound just as good as their in-ear earbud counterparts. So that just goes to show or hear that these buds can do it. Not all songs are produced the same, and you will have to go into your equalizer to try to adjust the buds to fit your personal sound profile. You might even need multiple profiles for certain types of songs to get the audio that you want. Here is the Bose app, the app for the Bose Open Earbuds Ultra, that's what they're called. As you can see, the bud power is at 100%. I have been playing them for the past 2 hours plus, but because I had to put them in the case to do the update, they charged back up. Here you can control the volume with a slide, easy enough. At the bottom you have modes, EQ, shortcut, source, immersive audio, and tips. At the bottom you have the song playing, and you can actually go in and change the track and all of that. Because I have a Duo, if I'm ever in this app, I'll probably have the audio service I'm using on the other side. So I'll never actually need to go into this little control center down here because all of my controls are in the app itself. Now, going into each option here, let's just take a quick look. In modes, you have your stereo, which I'm currently in. It helps you stay focused on your music and your surroundings at the same time. Now, the immersive stuff is when it brings the music all around you, and it really is like a 3D audio experience. Now, the equalizer, like I was just saying, is where you would go to let in those mids, adjust the bass, adjust the treble, the high end. They do have presets here, and you can see how they look. I do like the little gradient that they have to try to show you exactly how the sound should flow. Personally, I wouldn't use any of those. I'd probably try and go in myself. As you can see, you are able to adjust it, customize it how you want it to sound. I'm not going to play with that right now, but it is an option here. Next, you have your shortcuts. And what the shortcut does is when you hold it, as I showed you last night, right now it's in immersive. You hold the button, it'll turn on the immersive mode. But you can change what it does. Here it has cycle through modes, or here it has changed your immersive audio, or switch through different Bluetooth devices, or your assistant. I find this one, switch through your devices, pretty interesting. That's something that it doesn't have auto switch, but you can easily switch without it being an issue. Okay, now on the other side, we have source. As you saw with the shortcuts, source is where you add your other Bluetooth devices, and you can switch from one to the other just like that with the hold, or go into this part of the app and change it there. Immersive is what we talked about before, where you can have all of the sound coming from around you, a type of 3D audio, or just have it coming from either side, stereo sound. And according to the app, this will better allow you to hear your music and your surroundings. The 3D audio does work pretty well with songs that, you know, are produced that way, that have the feature or the option. But in all truth, no matter which one you choose, these things will sound pretty good. And then the last thing here is tips. And tips is, it does, you know, exactly what it says. Tips on how to use various functions of the device. I'm not going to go into any of them, but just so you know that they're there. So this is the equalizer customization that I decided to go with. Look up. Because like I said, those mids are almost non-existent, but I don't want them to overpower anything else. So I think this sounds pretty good. Okay, so for what these things were used for, or made for, allowing you to hear your music clearly while still hearing the outside world, they do a damn good job. Actually, they might do it a bit too good, because the music is coming through so clear, so crisp, that it is kind of distracting from what is around you. Not that you can't hear it, it's just you are so focused on how good most of what this thing plays sounds, you just aren't paying attention to what is around you. It's not that it's drowning out the outside world by any means, it's just you are immersed in the audio that these things provide. So on that front, these things do a wonderful job. Now, I've been wearing these things for, what, 4 hours now? Maybe more. Almost 4 hours now. 3 hours and 46 minutes, pretty much. And I was trying to get used to the pressure that these things apply to my ears. But right now, as it stands, these things are not the most comfortable earbuds you can wear. By no means. They don't feel comfortable. You can ignore the vice-like grip that these things apply to your ears and play your music just fine. But these things let you know they are there. They are constantly squeezing on your ears to stay on them. They grip it really tight. One of the strengths of my other open ear buds that I have is they kind of fade into the background. You forget that you have them, and your music becomes, like I've said before, a background, a personal soundtrack just around your head that you kind of also forget about. It just becomes this type of vibe around you. So with the earbuds and the sound that they provide, you're in your own little personal zone. You can't get in that zone with these buds. My right ear does not like these things clipped to it. Not my right, my left. Which is odd because with regular earbuds, my right ear doesn't like them. It doesn't like them inside. Constantly trying to push them out. Most earbuds don't fit me correctly in my right ear. With these, my left ear doesn't like them. And I find myself constantly trying to adjust it to relieve some of the pressure that it's putting on my ear. Bose should have added some way to extend the part that bends around the ear. Let's give it a little more room to flex so that you don't have that constant pressure on your ear, that grip. Because this ear just needs just a little more room, and it would be actually pretty good. It would feel like the right ear, which even though I can feel both of them, the left ear is much more, or the right ear is much more manageable as far as the feel of these buds. So, on the topic of voice calls, the Bose Ultra Open Earbuds are not the best. I don't make that many voice calls. I doubt that many of us do. And the few that I have been on, it has been pretty much the same sentiment across the board. They cannot hear me particularly well. On a video call I was on, I was told there was a delay between what she saw and what she heard. Now, maybe that was the connection. These things do happen. But it went on through most of the call though. And yes, I did start the call in a store where it's very likely that all of the metal and what have you in the store was causing an issue. But once I got back to my vehicle, there shouldn't have been any issue at all, and the issue persisted. So, as far as voice calls go, these things do not seem to be the best for the person on the other end of the call. As for me, I heard them just fine. True, these things let in all of the noise around you, so when I was in the noisy store, it was a little bit harder to hear them, but that's to be expected due to the type of earbuds that these are. But those who I spoke with had a hell of a time hearing me on both voice calls and vid calls, so I wouldn't recommend these for either of those. So, the Bose Ultra Open Earbuds. What do I think about them? I think they're good. I do think they're good. The sound quality that these things deliver is cut and above other open earbuds that I have personally used. Now, are there certain issues? Yes. Because they wrap around your ear as tightly as they do, your ear might start to get warm. You see that my ear is actually getting a little red here, and that's just from them being on for the short amount of time that they have been. You're not going to forget these things on your ears. These things, because of how they clip, you feel them on your earlobe. Now they're not heavy. You could wear them for a long time, and I'm sure after you just get used to them being there. But they make themselves known, and depending on who you are, you might not like feeling this on your ear for any extended period of time, regardless of how good it sounds. Value-wise, do I think they're worth $300? No, no. I think Bose kind of overshot the value proposition for these, and priced them a bit too high for what they actually are and for what they delivered. So with that said, my name is NG, the NeonX, and really enjoying these Bose Ultra Open Earbuds. This is what I'm into.